Good morning, traders. Welcome to the market color, the first market color for 2026. Today's date being 5th of January 2026. We're excited to have you all here. A wonderful and a happy new year to all our followers, all our listeners, all our fellow traders who have been with us since last year into this new year. We're excited to have you all here. And we're hoping that we're going to have a very wonderful profitable new year as we start the trading week into the remaining part of this month. Market opened on 2nd of January, that was on Friday, and we were not active to explain everything that has been going on. But of course, we're now here, and we're going to be bringing you insightful analysis. We're going to be bringing you profitable trade markups, and we're going to be showing you a very in-depth analysis and commentary on things that have been happening in the Forex space generally. So we're very excited once again to have you all here. My name is CJ, and together with me on this market color session for today is Mr. Lekon. We both are going to be analyzing the market with you, and I'll be showing you the things we're looking to do and trades you're looking to take for today and the remaining part of this week. So stay tuned and enjoy the rest of the market color for today. So starting off, we're going to be looking at dollar index, and we're also going to be looking at GBP, USD, Euro, USD. Then we'll proceed off into looking at the gold against the dollar, looking at the yen basket, GBP JPY and Euro JPY. These are the pairs we have in focus for today's market color. Starting off with the dollar index, we're going to be analyzing it right away. Now, if you look at the dollar index on the monthly time frame, we're just kind of having a continuation of what we are anticipating to happen last month. So, quickly, last month, we were expecting to see this candle close strongly below here, and then we're going to say, we're going to have a bias for a sell on the dollar index. However, price struggled to close below here, and then you could see how it went back into this region. So at this point, we're expecting the retracement to continue back all the way into this monthly fair value gap around here. So we're expecting the dollar index to trade to 102.900 region. That is my anticipation. So I would want to see something like this during this period while market is trading. I would want to see it move into this level here, then sell to the downside. This is what I want to see on the dollar index, okay? Then this is on the monthly time frame. Now, if you look at it on the weekly time frame, you see that that supports our bias as well, because you can see that market is struggling to go and close below here. Instead, at this point, it is moving higher and higher. It made a retracement into this level right now. It looks to be printing more and more candles to the upside. So the weekly time frame is showing us that sign. So we're not seeing lower lows and lower highs. Instead, we're seeing higher lows on the weekly time frame. So on the weekly time frame, we might be in for a bullish run all the way to this level here before the sell-off. And then on the daily time frame, you could see that the daily went ahead, created buy structures, and then came back, broke all of them to the downside. In that same light, we are seeing that the daily time frame is looking to break the last sell structure. Okay, so it has created a buy trend, then came and created a very short sell trend. And then right now, we're expecting it to create a buy trend back to the upside. So we're looking out for a break of structure somewhere around here. We're expecting price to break this high and close above it. It has broken it. We're now expecting it to close above it, and then we'll be seeing more and more buys on the dollar index all the way to the upside. This morning, it's created that quick move to the upside. However, the quick move looks to be short-lived because we're expecting some retracement before the continuation. Now, if you look at it on the 1 hour time frame, it's a little bit much clearer. On the 1 hour time frame, we're expecting a retracement all the way to either of these levels that we're going to be highlighting right away. The first level is right here. You can see this volume gap that was created on the dollar index. That's like the first level we're expecting it to get to before buying back up. Second is this other block right here on the 1 hour time frame. So either of these two levels, you could see price trade into this level here, either of these two, and then buy back to the upside. But overall, we're expecting a buy on the dollar index. This is my bias on the dollar index. A buy is what I'm expecting. Now let's look at Euro USD to see what has been playing out and how we can take advantage of it. Now on Euro USD, so on Euro USD, you can see how it has been buying. I'm moving, anticipating a higher and higher move from Euro USD to the upside. But before then, we'd want to see a retracement before the continuation. Just like we said on the dollar index, we want to see a retracement here on the sell side before the sell continues. So I want to see a buy all the way here before the sell continues. So on Euro USD, we're expecting to see a sell all the way to this level here, similar to what we have on the dollar index. In Euro USD here is also a monthly fair value gap we're expecting price to get to, which is right here. So if we see price trade into this level, we'll be looking for the buy to the upside from there, because I mean, if you draw the Fibonacci retracement tool all the way here, you'll notice that this is around 50% level. So we want to see Euro USD sell off to this level before we buy. And it's also confluences with this breaker block right here. So we want to really see Euro USD all the way here before the buy to the upside. Now, if you look at the weekly time frame, you see that structure is giving what your dollar index looks like. So you can see it's almost the opposite of the dollar index. So here we want to see the sell off to the downside. It's struggling to break and close above. So we want to just see that quick sell to this level here, and then we'll be looking for the buy from there to the upside. So this is what we're looking for on Euro USD. So we're looking out for a sell. So my bias on Euro USD is clearly a sell. We're expecting that to play out for the remaining parts of this period that we've analyzed it for. Okay, so this is what we have for Euro USD. Now let's get into detail of what the trades we're looking to take today. Now starting off with the 4-hour time frame, I would want to see any retracement, and then I'll be taking myself on Euro USD. Any little retracement I see on Euro USD, I'll be taking it all the way to the upside. So I'll be taking it to the downside rather. So I just want to see price retrace, maybe into the Asian low. Okay, so maybe into the Asian low right here. This was the Asian low rather. So somewhere around here, we could see this is the low of Asia, I think. Okay, not so. So this is the low of Asia rather. So I'd want to see price into this level here, not that. The low of yesterday, or the low of last week rather. So I want to see price maybe retrace into the low of last week. So I'll be looking for a sell from here. So at this point, anywhere around here, I'll be looking for a sell on Euro USD. The price is 17137. So if I see price anywhere around there, I'll be taking a sell on Euro USD to the downside. So this is the region I want to sell it from, anywhere around here. So if I see Euro USD around here, I'll be selling. So I'm just waiting for this retracement to end to get my sell on Euro USD to the downside. So this is what I'm looking out for. I mean, if you also draw a fib from here, looking at it all the way here, you see that this is decent enough. This is an equilibrium level. So this is going to give us premium price for a good sell, because at sales, we're expecting premium prices to get sell. So I'm expecting a sell off from here on Euro USD. Okay, so this is my bias. Euro USD is a sell, and I'm expecting to sell it from 1.171 region. Okay, so that's that on Euro USD. Then over to GBP USD. Now for GBP USD, let's of course go all the way to the monthly time frame. For GBP USD, you could see that the retracement had already started, and price was looking to retrace to a deeper level. Unlike Euro USD, GBP USD already traded into the fair value gap on the monthly. This is one of the reasons why I strongly feel Euro USD is going to do the same, but it may take some time before it does so. So since GBP USD did that in previous months, I expect Euro USD to do it in the coming months. So possibly this month as well. So on GBP USD, we're expecting it to just dangle a little. We're expecting say a sell, of course, just like on Euro USD. But once that is clear, we would expect it to buy back to the upside. Okay, so this is what I'm looking out for on GBP USD. I'm looking for a buy to the upside. I'm looking for a sell rather as a retracement before the buy to the upside resumes. And now for the weekly time frame as well, you could see that price has just been creating these sketches of upward movement to all the way to this level here. At this point, we're expecting it to give us a strong retracement, possibly to this daily weekly order block right here before the buy continues. So I want to see price come all the way back here before the buy continues. So I'm looking out for this particular level on GBP USD. So Okay, so GBP USD, this is the point I'm expecting price to get to before the buy. Okay. Now on the daily time frame as well, you can see that level we analyzed here. Price could just come and take out all these lows, trade into this level, and then resume the buy. So I'm optimistic that GBP is going to buy. But before then, I'm expecting a sell-off all the way here. Now, talking about the sell-off, where are we expecting the sell to take off from? Right now, I'm just waiting to see any entry signature that I prefer to use. Things like the engulfing pattern, I'm expecting the engulfing pattern. We want to see anything like an engulfing pattern on to the downside, and then we're going to be taking GBP USD. In fact, there is also one right here. This is a variation pattern. These three candles, 1, 2, and 3. This is a very, very good entry where GBP USD currently is. It's a very, very good place to buy. So I would want you to run your analysis and see where you could put your stop. I would preferably put my stop because of how the market is. I'll preferably put a 20 pip stop loss on GBP USD right now. And then for the exit point, I'm targeting this immediate lows right here. Okay. So this is where I'm targeting for GBP USD. 1 to 3 trades and we're out. So GBP USD sell is looking very active because, like I said, this is the entry pattern that I want to see, and it has printed this entry pattern right here. Even though we're a little late, it's not too late because we're having like a 20 pip stop loss, so we could also enter the trade. So if you are comfortable with this risk level, we could take a GBP USD sell from here, and then we're riding it all the way to the downside, and this is our target around this low here. So this low is our target. So GBP USD sell from here all the way to this level, we are taking the sell. So the sell entry is at 1.134265, and then stop loss is at 1.134475. Take profit is at 1.133580. So this is what we are taking as our GBP USD trade for this morning. All right. So if you're comfortable with it, like I said, you could run your own quick analysis and then execute the same trade. All right. So we're going to go on a very short break, like 20 seconds break. And then when we return, we're going to continue our analysis on gold against the dollar. And then we would wrap up today's morning analysis. All right. So stay around and then we're going to see after the break.
Hello, good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the market call brought to you by the Value Flow Trading Team. Once again, happy new year to us all, and that was a very good, insightful analysis from CJ. So this morning we are going to be starting with the precious metal. What we are, what is our overview for the year, for the week, and also for the day. All right, so sit back and let's take a very deep insight into what is going on in the market. All right, starting with the monthly time frame analysis of the precious metal, you would agree with me that for the past few months and accurately for the past few years, right from 2023 October, November 2023, after the Israel-Hamas war, then we've seen the precious metal rally all the way to the upside, and it was so amazing how that at the last minute, sometimes last year rather, sometimes last year at the last minute, around the 26th of December, we see how the precious metal created the high of the year of 2025. So what is now going to be our outlook for this year, 2026? And what exactly should we look out for? You remember last year, our projection was that we are expecting the precious metal to buy all the way into the 4,500 level, and we saw how that price did that excellently well. Sometime 26th of December, you can see it traded all the way to around 4,550 level. Now, what exactly is our outlook this year? This year, looking at the global economic events and what has been happening so far so good, we are expecting that two things happen. Is either we see more buys on the precious metal, or we see it, range. And when I mean range, I'm talking about the monthly time frame to be specific. I'm talking about the monthly time frame, and the range should be within this particular level, this high of the year. And I'm very optimistic about price taking out the high of 2025, which is the 4,500 level. We may just see a little week to take out that high. Then we now see price, pull all the way back into this range. Now, what is the range going to be like? What does it look like? The range is somewhere around this level, and I expect the precious metal, if it's going to sell, if we are going to see any form of sell this year, it shouldn't be lesser than the 3,500 level. We shouldn't see price sell lesser than that. At worst, we should see it around 3,000 level. That should be the sell we should see for this year. But overall, by us still looking at it, there's high probability for the year 2026. We are going to see the precious metal range for a long while. And when I mean range, I'm talking about the monthly time frame. We are going to see it consolidate for some while, right? And that is the best outlook we have. Now, based on the weekly time frame now, what exactly should we look out for? For the weekly time frame, then, because we are expecting some level of range and pullback for any buy, if there's going to be any, then that implies that we are going to see on the weekly time frame price coming back, take out few liquidity level until it gets to our POI level, somewhere around this place is where we are looking out for within this zone. So within where price is currently now and this level, we are going to see price trading within this zone. This high 4,550 level to this weekly order block here, we are going to see price trade within this zone for the next few months. All right. Now let's quickly look at the daily time frame. What should we expect on the daily time frame? Two things. Firstly, there's high probability we see price taken out last year high, which was created on the 26th of December. This particular this Friday, the Friday, which is 26th. So price taking out this high first. That is one thing. Then we begin to see price pushing all the way back down. And from the insight we got from the dollar index this morning, analysis of the dollar index this morning, we really look out for price first. We are looking out for a sell to buy on the dollar index as analyzed. So we want to see a buy to sell for the precious metal too, which implies that on our 4-hour time frame. Now, before we go to the 4-hour time frame, please take note of this daily order block. Two things happen when price get there: it reacts to the downside, or it just take out the high and we see like more of a fake out, then we see sells to the downside. Now for the 4-hour time frame now, what exactly are we looking out for? I'm highly optimistic to see price trade all the way into this 4-hour order block with a fair value gap inside of it, and more of a shoulder sitting right at this particular zone. So the whole of this zone here, the sell zone for me, and we'll look out to that happening. But before price, then what should we do? Meaning price still has the high tendency of buying all the way to this level to sell. And because we are also expecting sell to buy on the dollar index, this is also confirming our analysis for the precious metal this morning. Now on the lower time frame, what should we do for today? For the precious metal, we are still going to observe that price is still very much bullish looking at the higher time frame, and even structure that we have in here is showing us price is bullish. So two things would happen. There's high tendency we see price pull all the way back to come and close this gap of today, right? This gap, so price coming to close that gap, and if price is coming to close that gap, we also have a very clean and clear boss level here showing already, because we already see how the price traded above this liquidity point. All right, so if that is it, then on the 1-hour time frame, this is going to be our POI for the buy, which is also a confluence to the cap that price created during the Asian session. So we expect that price is going to come all the way to fill this gap, tap into this shoulder level, and we see price pushing all the way to the upside. As a matter of fact, if price gets to this gap and tap into it proper, I am of the opinion that we should also see price take out these liquidities below here, right? Yes, price should take out it. Right, this is 1, 2, 3. We have 3 contacts around this level. Price is highly going to take it out, then we begin to see the buy to the upside. Let's just look a little bit at the 15-minute time frame to confirm what and where we are heading to on the 15-minute time frame. Now, for 15-minute time frame, I'm of the opinion we are going to see some level of POI around this zone on the 15-minute time frame. And what should that imply now? Good. On the 15-minute time frame, you see it becomes much more clearer that price is high. There's high tendency of price coming to take out this low, and we begin to see the buy. So what I'm expecting us to do now is when price pull all the way back down here to take out this liquidity level, let's look for our entry signature to buy. As we all know, our entry signature, yes, when we see bullish engulfing after price take out this liquidity point, then we can start buying all the way back up. You may want to do your own final study to see if there's any POI here on 5 minutes. So you can go to 5 minutes for that confirmation. I will be going into that deeply this morning because of time, but you can check it on 5 minutes to see what exactly is going to play out around this region, what exactly is the confluence also that we have around this region, and we can easily follow through to the upside. So that is all for the precious metal. Let's quickly get to Japan to see what is going on the yen basket, and we use that also to interpret every of the yen correlated pair. All right. Now for the yen basket, right from the monthly time frame, we are going to observe that our price last year we were in a downtrend, how that price sold all the way to take out the low of 2024, but that low was very strong because on the weekly time frame we see that we had a market structure shift at some point here to the upside. And what exactly has been holding price, even though we have some level of confluence in respect to the yen correlated pair, right? And you are going to see this, which is the weekly order block, right? So the weekly order block is where price has been reacting to for some weeks now, for about 4 weeks now. You see that, and price couldn't take out the low of 2024, which is this level here. Price couldn't take it out. But amazingly, on the yen correlated pair, we saw some level of divergence out that price already created a new high for the year 2025. And that is even telling us a story about what we should expect on the yen basket. As a matter of fact, this year we're expecting a strong yen to come back on board. We want to see some level of strength in the yen basket. All right. Now on the weekly time frame, this is what we are seeing on the weekly time frame. But on the daily time frame, there is some level of interest there. And one thing I want us to take note is that when price traded into that high on the weekly time frame, I expected some level of quick reaction all the way back up. But instead, we are seeing consolidation. And we know whenever the yen basket consolidates like that, it breaks out of that consolidation to take out every liquidity it has built so far so good, then starts moving in the opposite direction. And right now, we're seeing the same thing playing out, how that the consolidation is much here on the daily time frame. So I'm still of the opinion that we may see price, pull back a little bit more, take out all these consolidation, these lows here, and begin to buy all the way to the upside again. Now let's quickly move to the 4-hour time frame. What do we have? The same thing is what we are seeing here. This is a bearish flag forming on the 4-hour time frame of the yen basket. All right, and what should that tell us? Meaning there's high tendency to see some level of breakdown to the downside to take out the low of last year, which is this low here that we have on Monday, the 22nd of December, 2025. Now, since that is our insight for the yen basket, what should we look out for on the yen correlated? Yes, starting with GBP JPY. For GBP JPY, I want you to view it from the monthly time frame first. And if you see on the monthly time frame, we already have price create a new high all the way to the upside. You can see this is a new all-time high for the year 2025 as we created that. And what we are expecting for this year is that the high of last year there's high tendency price takes it out again, and which is also confirming what we just discussed on the yen basket. All right, now we are expecting that price, create more like a liquidity hunt to take out the high of last year. Then we'll now begin to see structure. A price is going to go back to the downside. Now, from the daily perspective, are going to see the same thing. It's more like an inverse of what we have on the yen basket. The only difference is that the yen basket didn't create a lower low, while the GBP JPY has created higher high, and that is what we call a divergence. And we know what happens whenever we have a divergence, meaning we are expecting some level of break to the downside after we see the liquidity hunt. All right, now for the 4-hour time frame, it becomes much more obvious. And whenever we have this bullish flag, then it's telling us that there's high tendency. Price is going to do a liquidity hunt to the upside. Then we now see it push to the downside again for itself. Now on the 1-hour time frame, it becomes much more obvious. We're in a consolidation, and what should we do in this consolidation? My advice is stay out of this consolidation. Unless you want to go to the lower time frame like 15 minutes, check out for trade to take. And the trade we are going to take on 15 minutes, if we have to do that, should be and must be in alignment with what we have on the monthly, weekly, and daily time frame, which is the buy. Now on the 15 minutes, what I'm seeing on the 15 minutes right here is very plain. I have a pulse pattern playing out here, very, very plain, very, very plain. So we've seen a sweep of liquidity, we've seen a break of market structure. We see price pull back again, then the price structure more to the upside. So I'm of the opinion that price is most likely going to sell a little bit more all the way to take out this particular level here, then start buying, right? So this is what I'm expecting to see on GBP JPY. As a matter of fact, I have a reference at that particular point, and this is the reference for the buy of GBP JPY, which is also in line with what we have on the higher time frame, monthly, weekly, daily, 4 hours, and even 1 hour time frame. All right, so I expect more sales of GBP JPY for price to take up liquidity from this particular point and start buying all the way to the upside again. So that is the insight that we have for GBP JPY. When price takes out this liquidity, look for your entry signature, then you start buying. And if you are the type that just waits just for price to take out that level and you want to wait for a pending order, then this is it for you. You are going to have this as your stop loss. I think the stop loss will be less than about, you can give it 15 pips, not just, yes, it's exactly 10 pips, but just make it 15 pips, while your stop loss is this at this point, which is 15 pips, and you are targeting your 1:2 or 1:3. I'm of the opinion you can do 1:3, and this is also a trade that you want to ride very well because it's also in line with the trend. But make sure as price approach the high of last year and it takes it out, you upload your position if there is still any. And lastly, for the day, we have the EUR JPY. If you look at the EUR JPY too, right from the higher time frame monthly, we have similar things playing out. It also created a higher high, and I'm still of the opinion that it's going to take out the high of last year. So there's high probability we just see the sharp move to the upside, take out the high of last year, and begin to see push to the downside. Let's go to the lower time frame of GBP JPY to see if you have any trade entry on GBP JPY. Now for for EUR JPY rather, sorry. For EUR JPY, the only entry I'm seeing on EUR JPY is what price is about to do now. Price should take out this low. As a matter of fact, it already played out. This is the entry for the buy because price already took out this level here and even this level. So this is the entry for the buy. Either this first entry, second entry for the buy, and it has already delivered it. But this is going to, for EUR JPY, is going to be more like a low probability trade, because if GBP JPY is still going to sell all the way to that level where it's going to grab the liquidity and start buying, then EUR JPY may sell more, which means it may violate this level, and that is why I'm calling this more as a low probability trade, meaning you can buy immediately price takes out this low that we have here on EUR JPY. This particular low here, if price takes it out, then you can all the way to the upside, but it's more of a low probability trade with your stop loss somewhere here. Yeah, your stop loss, give it 15.50. So that is going to be the stop loss. And you are also targeting your 1:2 or 1:3, right? So you're targeting this and this. All right. So that is it for Euro JPY, GP JPY, and also the precious metal. If there's any question, you can easily type in the chat box. Let's quickly look into it together before we call it a day. Also, remember, this is the beginning of a new year. You and I may want to start like we already do in the flow. This is another year to go very, very focused and deep into this trading system as we give you more updates about what we have coming up for this year. And at the same time, you can easily make your decision in taking trading as a career and not just a side also. Now, if you want to take it as a career where you also every day you show up on your chart, make your money cool and calm, and also enjoy your money, you can always reach out to us on our social media contact, which is either WhatsApp, Instagram, or Facebook, and enroll for any of our training with FS Boot Camp or the ATM Cash Flow training, where we teach you how you also trade profitably, where we also help you to become a profitable trader. All right, if there is no any question, this is going to be the end of the market brought to you by the Value Flow Trading team. Till we meet again for the New York session by 2 p.m. Make sure you trade cautiously and use your proper risk management strategy. Once again, I'm Lekon Shiemi. Cheers and God bless.